Hi, Mr.Konett.
Hello, neighbors. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a student just like you. Nobody else knows all the things that you do, so why don't you join us and we will have fun. We'll learn some stuff and then we'll be done. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my student? Come on over, students. Well, I hope you're having a great day. It's kind of cold outside, but we're still doing the best that we can to bring you some great learning and facts. We have a lot of things in front of us today. We have George Washington Funko Pop. We have my Marvel Collector Core box. We're going to do a Marvel Funko Pop reveal. And we have some song. And we also have some camera work that is shoddy, but we're going to get through it. So, first thing we have is a Funko Pop of George Washington. I'm going to bring it closer so that you can get a better look at it. How does that look? Lower? Higher? Lower? Just right. Okay, so this is George Washington. Everybody knows, most people know, some people know that George Washington was the first president of the United States. But here's some other interesting facts about George Washington. He only had a grade school education. That doesn't mean that you can stop going to school and have designs on becoming the president of the United States. Probably not a good idea. It's been reported that he had teeth made of wood, but that's not actually true. The teeth that he had in his mouth were made with ivory, cow teeth, human teeth, and lead. He did not like them. They were very uncomfortable, which is maybe why he didn't smile so much. But maybe it's because he was involved in the Revolutionary War and also became the first president and had a bit of pressure on him. Who knows? The most important thing that he did as a Revolutionary War general was to be in charge of the spying network that really gave us a lot of good information to help us win the war. And he had no biological children. So there was no George Washington Jr. running around or, Georgette Washington or something like that. So anyway, there's some information about George Washington. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more about fractions, decimals, and percents. So the first thing I will need is something to wipe off the whiteboard. Thank you very much, because of course we forgot about that. Any time now we will get that, and thanks very much. All right. So last time we determined what the fraction and decimal for 1/4, or the decimal and the percent for 1/4 was. Today we're going to do the decimal and the percent for a little more difficult fraction, and that is 2/3. So if you have the fraction 2/3, the numerator is 2 and the denominator is 3. So remember that the denominator is also the divisor. So when I'm trying to figure out the decimal, I'm going to put the denominator, which is 3, here in the space for the divisor, and then I'm going to make this bracket, and I'm going to put the 2 under the bracket. Now, if you have 2, you can't divide that by 3 and get a whole number for an answer. So we're going to change that. We're going to put a decimal point here, and I have different colors, which will make it a little bit easier. Decimal point here, and then I'm going to put a 0 here, which now will give us 20 if we ignore the decimal point instead of 2. Now we can go ahead and do some dividing. but I will first put a decimal point here in the space where the answer goes, and I will ask myself, Mr. Konett, what number can I put here and multiply times 3 to get close to the number 20? Well, I know that 3 times 7 is 21, but that's too big. So I have to go down to 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18, so I'm going to put a 6 here. 6 times 3 is 18. And I will subtract, borrow from the 2. I have 10, take away 8, which is 2. And then I'm going to put another 0 here next to the 2. Well, wait a minute. I have 20 again. So I started with 20 divided by 3. Now I have 20 divided by 3 again. So I already know that answer. It's going to be 6 because 6 times 3 is 18, and that's as close as I can get. So 6 times 3 is 18. I put an 18 here and I subtract, and I get a 2 again. Let's do it in a different color to make it, look special. So there's a 2, and I put a 0 next to that, and I have the same division problem all over again. So what we have here is a repeating decimal, which means that I could be sitting here doing this math problem for the rest of my life, and I would have nothing but 6s as my answer. So we are going to put the 0 for our decimal placeholder here, and then we're going to put a line above the 6 to tell the person looking at this math problem that this number will repeat over and over and over again. Okay? So when I change the decimal to a percent, I'm going to rewrite it right here, 0.66. And then when I change it from a decimal to a percent, I'm going to move the decimal over 2 spaces, and that will give me 66%. And actually it's more than that, or it's a different number than that. If I wanted to, I could put 66.666, and I could go on 6 forever percent, but nobody wants to see me write a 6 forever. That would be boring. So there's our next lesson for fractions, decimals, and percents. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Morning math! Yeah. Oh, never mind. Here's your morning math for today. Down. Up.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sure.
All right, so pause it, write down those math problems,
Going up.
turn it in to me, and I'll give you virtual candy and actual candy eventually. All right. Now the moment that we've actually all been waiting for, and that is our Marvel Funko Pop reveal. Oh, hello, Dr. Newton.
Not Dr. Newton.
Hello, Lena Newton.
No, just Lena.
That's the smoke alarm. Hello, Lena. Let's blow out the candle.
Hi. Don't you need something to open it?
Nope. Already
Already
done.
did.
Are you going to do this or am I?
We're both gonna do it.
All right, let's do it. So wait a minute. Let's show them that don't they show everybody this is the top and the side, and it said the title of this month's collector core
Is the
box
Infinity Saga.
saga-ish. All right, cool.
Other side.
So the first thing we have is a shirt.
A t-shirt. This guy.
This guy. It looks like Peter Ting. Oh yeah, it's Peter, and it's Peter Parker. It says.
Oh, it says Peter
I don't know if you
Tingle.
can see. Yeah, it says Peter on one side, And then it says it's got his face, and it's got Tingle underneath it from
Because Aunt May calls his spidey sense the Peter Tingle.
the Peter Tingle. Okay.
Here we have a Mjolnir tattoo.
Okay. Mjolnir, if you didn't know, is Thor's hammer, his source of, being cool-ishness, dude-ish. All right. Nice, cool.
Here we have a Captain Marvel pin.
All right. There's Captain Marvel. Very cool.
Here we have a glow-in-the-dark Star-Lord Funko Pop.
Huh. With power. He's holding the Power Stone.
He's holding the Power Stone.
Cool.
And this is from Guardians of the Galaxy, if you didn't know.
All right, let's get a close-up of that one. Very cool.
And here we have another glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop, Black Panther.
Holding the Power Stone, I guess. Very nice. Sometimes it shows a little bit more. Oh, and if you look on the back.
We're having technical difficulties. Upside down.
All right, so that's fair. We've each dropped the camera once.
And he set off the fire alarm.
Lies.
I don't think he's holding the power orb. I think that's just Black Panther.
All right.
And on the back we have other Black Panther characters.
Yeah, that's good like that. Cool. All right.
And then we probably have other Guardians of the Galaxy characters here. Boom, done it. Did
Nice.
it. Bam.
All right, so before we go to our song, which is the last part of our... It's getting crowded on this desk. Don't forget that if a family member has to go out to be around other people, to put on your mask so that you're not spreading any of your... Fogging up my glasses. You're not spreading anything from your mouth, and you're not getting anything into your mouth, hopefully, from somebody else's mouth. And today, we have, instead of
Clorox wipes.
the Clorox wipes, we have hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is really handy to be used to get rid of germs off of your hands or other things. But it does not necessarily do as good a job as washing your hands. And when you wash your hands, you're supposed to wash your hands for 20 seconds, which I hear is like singing happy birthday twice, but don't sing it super fast. Sing it, the normal rate of singing.
Or singing the ABCs.
Or the ABCs, that's right. And don't skip the Z's. All right, so just so you're aware, the next May version of the Marvel Collector Core Funko Pop box is going to be Black Widow, because when we get back to being able to go back to the movies, then Black Widow will be out, or maybe it'll be out, and coming to your homes like other movies are right now. Who knows? Yeah. So, last thing, we're going to do our song, and let's see if we can do it without dropping the camera, which is not likely. Oh. All right. Before I start, though, I had a request from Jade, one of my students, if I could write down the chords from the song. So I wrote the chorus and the first part of the song with the chords, so that you could see that.
Pause the video. Look.
Thanks. So there you go. A couple of things that you might not know that I haven't taught you yet, Jade, would be a D7th. So I'm going to show you where your fingers will go for a D7th. Can you see that all right?
No.
Nope.
So, move your fingers. Here, or here, here, and here.
Okay, and then E minor. So E is here. E minor, you just take your pointer finger off. Okay? Pretty easy. All right, cool. So now you know, Jade and whoever else. Maybe Trinity. All right, so here we go. Stay at home. Stay at home. Be healthy and don't you roam. Just stay at home. This virus has got us kinda down. All our friends seem, nope, can't ride around with neighbors and play around. All of our friends seem so far away. No school to fill up our dusty brains. Stay at home. Stay at home. Be healthy and don't you roam. Just stay at home. We can still be loving and happy too by spending time with our healthy family. Wash your hands and cover your mouth. Don't go to grandma's and don't you travel south. Just stay at home. Stay at home. Be healthy and don't you roam. Just stay at home. Maybe we can see each other this Wednesday on Zoom. Remember to be nice in the chat room. Keep 6 feet from friends and strangers. And wear a mask against viral dangers. Stay at home. Stay at home. Be healthy and don't you roam. Just stay at home. Stay at home. Well, that was kind of rusty.
He's kind of new at this.
Yeah.
Give him a break. Or don't. It's cool with me.
All right, see you next time, and look out for episode 4.1. Is that what we're calling it?
Sure.
Where we are showing you an experiment with Dr. Lena Newton out there.
Bye.
See ya.